Wait, the woman is painting. She's gone. It's even worse than moving. Cause like, where is she? Where is she now? How is this possible? I clutched to the top of my head, nails digging into my scalp, hoping against hope that I was still dreaming and I might wake up at any moment. There was no such end from this nightmare. However, this was really happening. Holy shit! How is this even possible? This is seriously messed up. No way, it can't just change like that, it's impossible! This thing is bad, it's cursed for sure. Oh god, what do we do? Before I could answer, our attention was drawn to the thin sheet of fog that suddenly filled the room. Oh god. Where the hell did this come from? Maybe it came from outside. Did you leave a window open somewhere? No, and even if I did, look how fast this place became misty. It was clear a moment ago. A regular font can't just appear like that. The night just keeps getting weirder. Rachel, look at the painting. Something happening, it's glowing. True to her word, the painting glimmered with eternal energy. It pulsed like the beating of a heart. The rhythmic throb gave it an impression of a living creature. Across the surface, a streak of light rippled outward like the painting of curtains. And now and then light catches the canvas, and it appeared like there was something else unusual about it. The light danced on the surface, and something didn't seem right about the space between the frames. I almost shouted in astonishment when it dawned on me. The painting surface was no longer flat. Inside it contained a new dimension that disappeared into the wall. Do you see that? The painting goes inward. It looked like there is a tunnel. How? There would be a wall right behind it. It must be some kind of a portal. A portal? Where do you think it goes? No idea. As we stood staring at the strange painting, a familiar sound came from above. Well, it's familiar to me, not to Anita. Did you hear that? Yeah! Was that the sound you heard before? Definitely, it's coming from upstairs. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to take a look. I think it's coming from my parents' room. What about the painting? Don't you think we should take a closer look at it? Maybe we can find where it leads. Are you kidding me? I think we should stay away from it. Who knows what it might, or what it is and what it can do. But what if it changes again? It might not stay for this long. This might be our only chance to see what's happening before the passage closes. Maybe we'll find out more about what we're dealing with this way. There was something else that I didn't tell her about though. I felt something coming from the painting. Something called out to me. Was it a voice? A faint memory lingered in my mind? I've seen this place before. If only I could remember it. Oh god. Okay, this is a critical decision. Do I leave my friend or do I trust the voice? I don't think I should trust the voice though. I think I should go investigate with my friend. Because she did say I should not trust this. But at the same time, the voice could also be my sister. Yeah, something called out to me. Was it a voice? A faint memory lingered in my mind. I've seen this place before. So the scary place that I've seen is the same from my dream. So if I go back to the painting, I'm going back to the dream. But I'll be definitely leaving my friend behind, alone to deal with this woman. And that's a no-no. I'm gonna trust my friend on this. Even though I want to save my sister, I'm gonna hope that I can save my friend first. We shouldn't expect what that sound was. That's the immediate issue. The painting can wait. This isn't going anywhere after all. Yeah, I did save the game, right? Yeah, I saved the game for sure. So, in case I made the bad decision, boo-hoo, I stand behind my decisions. The painting can wait, yeah. If you say so. Oh, wait. Was I making the shots? I thought she already went ahead to check it out. If I knew she's gonna come with me to investigate the painting, I may have gone to investigate the painting. I stand behind my decision. What am I, 4? Pfft, I have to stand behind them. Okay, let's go see what happened in her parents' room. 2 seconds later, I'm dead. Game over. Good job, me. Cautiously, we sneaked upstairs, approaching the bedroom of Anita's parents, the source of the peculiar noise we've heard all night. The hair on the back of my neck pricks up as we find ourselves outside the closed door. Who knows what I'll find inside? After what I've witnessed so far tonight, I was afraid what the answer might be. Pressing my ear gently to the door, I listened intently. Anything? Shh, keep it down. I can't hear anything. Hopefully that means nothing inside. We should just leave it and go back to our room. Don't be a coward. We need to be sure nothing's wrong. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going in. I slowly turned the handle and pushed the door open. Anita was clinging onto my arm as she peered over my shoulder. We both gasped at the same time. It's the woman. I am so sorry. This does not excuse. I should have knocked on the door before. I have expected to see nothing of the ordinary. The other part of me was bracing to see a scary monster waiting to grab us. What I didn't expect was to find a stranger in the house, sprawled naked on the floor. She crumbled desperately to create some distance between us and herself. Her wide open eyes were fixed on us. She seems just as scared and surprised as we were. Who are you? What's going on? Where am I? I broke out of the huddle Anita and I unconsciously formed. Evidently, there was no immediate danger to us. I could ask you the same thing. Who are you and how did you get here? The mysterious woman continued to scream. She was in no conditions to answer our question. Anita stepped forward to try reassure her, holding up both hands in a sign of amity. It's okay. Please don't shout. Try to relax. You're not in any danger. No one's gonna hurt you. This is a safe place. Yes, that's right. We're not here to hurt you. You can trust us. So please calm down. The woman seemed convinced by our earnest pleading and regained control of herself. You see, everything is gonna be alright. We're all friends here. We'll take care of you. This woman calmed down and relaxed. Now that she has more composed, it struck to me how beautiful she was. Her petite figure resembled a flower. Her skin was soft and fair, as if she wore a pearl shell. Her jet black hair was smooth and glistened in the cold air. She was a beauty I had never seen before. These details were not lost in Anita as I saw her react with a blush. No, man, I don't trust this. The game's name is Grotesque Beauty. Something is off about her. My name's Anita. This is my house. That's Rachel over there. She's a good friend of mine. What's your name? The strange woman sat up slowly, still carrying a look of confusion. I don't have a name. You don't have a name? I mean, I don't remember one. Yeah, the painting doesn't have a name, so of course you don't have a name. That's okay. It's not too important right now. Can you tell us what happened to you and how you got here? I don't remember that either. I don't remember a lot of things. I do remember a strange place full of smoke. I was trapped there for the longest time. The painting, you mean? You mean the painting downstairs? That's right. She's the girl from the painting. I totally recognize her. Anita and I share a glance. Everything bad seems to be connected to that damn painting. I think I was kidnapped. What? There was a man. I've never seen him before, and I don't know what he wanted. He put me inside the painting. It turned out that it leads to another world, a world that's darker and more terrible than this one. I was lost in there for a long time. I don't know exactly how long. It's hard to tell the passage of time once you're inside. There is no right night or day. It's hard to tell what's up and what's down. There's nothing to ground yourself with. That sounds horrible, you poor thing. How did you escape? I'm sorry, that's another thing that I can't remember. I don't know what happened to my memory. Maybe it has something to do with being locked up in that place for such a long time. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time trusting her. I just remember wandering that strange land forever, and the next thing I know, I'm here. I may not know how I got here, but I'm so glad that I'm free at last. Whoever put me in there was a bad man. I'm scared of what he will do when he finds out that I've escaped. Please, you can't let him find me. You have to protect me. Don't worry, we'll try and help you as much as we can. Can we first give you clothes? It's kind of inappropriate. We're just having this casual conversation with your bust out. We won't let this guy get you. Thank you. I'm so sorry to intrude on you like this. Anyway, you're safe here for now. We'll take care of you while we wait to get the police involved. At the very least, we should get some clothes for her. We can't have her sitting around naked. Anita, do you have something you can dress her in? Yes, there's a dressing down in my room. Okay then, we should go get that. Wait, what about her? We can't just leave her alone. Someone should keep an eye on her just in case. Another tough choice, huh? Okay. Anita, you go. Oh wait, Rachel stay, Anita go. You go and get something for her to wear. I'll stay and keep a watch. Okay, I'll be back. Anita disappears out of the room, leaving just me and our surprise guest alone. Let's see if she slips up and says something that makes me suspect her even more. I'm really just looking for a reason to suspect her, because I've marked her so hard right now. Don't worry, we won't let anything bad happen to you. You're perfectly safe with us. And where exactly are we? Oh, this is Anita's house. Her parents aren't around right now, which is why I'm here to keep her company. I'm a friend of hers from school. We go... How did you get the painting? That was, it was Anita's dad. He got it from some auction about a week ago. A week, huh? Is something the matter? Something doesn't feel right. I think I'm beginning to remember. I stared at her intently, giving her space to concentrate. After a brief pause, she continued. Her words catch me off guard. I think you are in danger. Huh? It's all a lie. We need to get out of here as soon as possible. Out of her. Wait, not out of here, out of her. Who is her? Oh no, I'm starting to suspect they might mean Anita. Oh my god. Because I had that sneaking suspicion. Because we don't know who the person that makes me in danger. Don't trust her. And there is two hers. You can help me, can't you? Hold on, I don't understand what you're talking about. The other world behind the painting, I saw them. That's where he's been keeping them. Who? The girls. They've been put in about a week ago. Your friend isn't who she says she is. Her family has been kidnapping vulnerable women all this time. That's not true. I can't believe it. It's true. Think about it. You said Anita brought the painting here last week. In that time, while I was trapped in the other world, I've seen other women thrown in there too. There is no way for them to get there. That painting is the only getaway into the world, and your friend had it the whole time. That's crazy. That can't be possible. Panic suddenly spreads across the woman's face. She presses both hands against the sides of her head as if to keep it from exploding. You don't understand. You must believe me. We're in great danger. They must have been doing this for years. What makes you say that? Look, I've known Anita for years, and I just don't picture her doing these things you're claiming. That's because she's been keeping the truth from you. You can't trust her. She didn't tell you about Hannah after all. There it was, the moment where I could no longer ignore her words. My heart sank at the mention of my sister's name. How do you know that name? The other world is like a desert. It's vast and desolate, but there are other lost wanderers trapped. I remember one traveler there, a little girl. She said her name was Hannah. I feel a lump in my throat and my eyes well up. I never expected to ever hear news on my little sister ever again. Hope gripped my heart, and hope was exactly what I was afraid of. She told me about you, Rachel. Now I know who you are. She adores you and always believed you'd be able to save her one day, but she also told me about the one who made her disappear from her world. It's all coming back to me. Her name was Anita. She was a friend of her sister, and she betrayed her. One day she waited for Hannah after school and led her away to a forest. That's where her family ambushed and kidnapped Hannah. She trapped in the painted world ever since. I'm sorry, Rachel, but your friend is evil. And now she has us both inside her house. We need to get out of here quickly. At that moment, the bedroom door creaked open. Anita emerged. Sorry, I'm late, guys. It took me forever to go through my mess. Such a klutz. She paused, only just detecting the tension in the air. I kept my turn to her. Guys, what's going on? Tell me, Anita, what took you so long? What were you doing? I was fetching something for the woman to wear like you asked me to. Was that all you did? Seems like you awfully long time for a simple task. I said I'm sorry, alright? Is that what this is about? Are you mad that I took my time? And what about the painting? Did you really get it from an auction? Yes, I already told you where it came. Why are you asking me all of this? The woman, she remembers something. All the girls that's been disappearing, she said your family are responsible. You've kidnapped them. What? That's a complete lie. Why would you say that? So you deny it? Of course I deny it. Why would I even believe this stranger? You know me, I would never do anything like that. What about Hannah? Suddenly the anger was wiped off Anita's face. Her skin turned pale. I could see in her eyes she was keeping something secret from me. There was no denying it. Tears started to stream from her eyes. I couldn't stop myself from crying too. Oh my god, it's true, isn't it? Hold on, I have to save. I did not think my friend holds any secret, but if she does hold a secret, I want to hear out what it is. Because if she's holding something back from me, she's not a true friend. You did something to her. No, it's not like that. Rachel, I don't understand. Why are you talking like this? You've been hiding something about Hannah, haven't you? Don't try to deny it. I can tell just from looking at you. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Okay, it's true. I saw her. I saw Hannah. I was probably the last person to ever see her. The day she disappeared after school, I was heading over to a friend's place and took this scenic route near the old forest. That was when I saw Hannah. She was wandering by herself, so I went over to check if she was alright. She was in a gloomy mood and wanted to be alone. Looking back, I know it was the wrong thing to do, but I let her go into the forest alone. I knew when I was down, I didn't want to be around anyone either, so I just left her. After she went missing, I just felt incredibly guilty. I could have stopped all of this from happening if I just stayed with her. I know it's a shitty thing to do. You left her alone in the forest? Why did you do that? Don't you know how irresponsible you were? I know. I was stupid, and I've never forgiven myself for it. Rachel, I'm so sorry. I couldn't have been there for her. I wish I can take it all back. Why didn't you tell me before? You kept this all a secret? The police could have done something if you told them you saw her. I know it wasn't the right thing to keep it a secret from you. I really did mess up. You were going through so much. I didn't want this to come between us. I was afraid you'd hate me. God knows I hate myself for it. I never wanted you to find out this way. It was incredibly selfish of me. I know I've lived with the guilt every day. Every time I looked at you, I felt regret, and I hated myself more and more. But that was my punishment. I had to live with the choices I've made. All the crap I've been feeling is all I deserve. I'm just so sorry, Rachel. I didn't mean to hurt you like this. She's trying to trick you again. Don't be fooled. You got her in her own lie already. You must see what she's hiding something from you. So that's it then. No more lies. This is what really happened. Yes, I promise. You have to believe me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm truly sorry. I believe her. Still can't understand why you did what you did. I don't know if I forgive you for it, but I trust you. Thank you, Rachel. I just want to. One day we will settle this properly. But right now there is something more urgent we need to address. Our drama can wait. I'm disappointed in you, Rachel. I told you she can be trusted. Why do you go against my word? I don't know who this woman is, but she tried to turn us against each other. One thing is for certain, she's got evil intentions. We need to have each other's back. Exactly, friends before whatever else. Agreed. Such fools, ignorant to the end. You have no idea what you're dealing with. Well, then let me shed some light on the matter. I was fucking right! Fuck you! Sorry, I'm just so happy I trusted my friend and not this fucking bitch ass who came and tried to turn us each other in a blink of an eye. The woman's demeanor completely switched. I nearly jumped out of my skin from the shock. Her sweet voice became coarse and venomous. The very sound of her words dissolved away in defiance. Her composed facade gave way to reveal her true self, a face of hate, anger, and malice. Piercing eyes stabbed daggers into my very soul. An unworldly sense of danger struck me. I was never witnessed hatred like this. You think you have the power to defy me? You know nothing of what you're dealing with. You're just an insect. An insect cannot escape my grand design. What the fuck, dude? If it wasn't clear before, there was no mistake now that this was no ordinary woman. Countless generations of evolution in their natural world could never design something that exuded such an aura. It could only be described as evil. Pure evil. You will suffer such agony the likes of you could never compare. I will tear your flesh from your bones, rip out your tongue, snap out your bones, stab out your eyes and grind to dust. You will beg for mercy, but there will be no end to your torture. When I'm through with you, you will have died 1,000 deaths. The figure of the woman grew taller. The shadow stretched until it touched the ceiling. Her smooth skin folded in on itself, revealing rough scales. Glistering eyes opened up in random spots over her body where they did not belong. I smiled, too wide for any human face, displayed a smile, not I smile. Right before our eyes, her elegant body melted away to a hideous monstrosity. The grotesque beauty! A creature far removed from the gentle mask it once wore. As unreal as it was, I was living a walking nightmare. I was fucking right, dude. I will never let go of my friends. We're gonna destroy her now. Jesus Christ, dude! I quivered at a formidable sight. My whole world felt small in that instant. The creature let out a sharp hiss. What is it, that thing? Now, do you see? You had no hope of denying me. It stepped forward in a challenging motion. What do we do? What the hell do we do against this creature with a god complex? There is no trying to reason with it. It's pure hatred. There is no way of fighting a woman that has claws and tentacles coming out of her. Look at how many eyes. She's gonna see whatever attack comes first. Run, guys! Fucking bolt it! Get out! Run for it! Into the painting! Because what else am I supposed to do? We turned out and ran the door. We were incredibly lucky to be positioned close to the exit. Otherwise, I fear we would have stood no chance in escaping. As we sprinted out of the room, I felt the unnatural quickness of the creature rushing after us. Oh, the description fucks me up, dude. It was close. Anita's room was the nearest safety. I rushed in with Anita following quickly. We both turned and slammed the door behind us just in the nick of time. And the door frame shook as the creature threw itself at the door. Anita and I both braced against it, and we tried desperately to hold the door shut. I saw the handle rotate, reacted sharply with the senses heightened by adrenaline. I yanked the handle back upright, supporting it with both hands. Anita joined me, whistling, keeping her body weight pressured against the door. A spine-tingling sound came from the other side of the door. A furious wail echoed in the corridor as the creature pounded mechanically against the door. What are we going to do? Keep this door shut. We can't let it in, or we're toast. Oh, I wish we had Tom. Tom would brace the door, for sure. The monstrous noise continued. It pounded against the door like a battering ram. But still, we held on with our bodies pushing back. Thank our lucky stars this door opened inwards. I don't think we could have held on if it opened the other way. Also, that would be a little awkward if it did. The screaming outside died, and suddenly, all was quiet. Anita and I exchanged a look of confusion. What happened? Why did it get quiet all of a sudden? Do you think it's still out there? Anita passed her ear against the door. A look of deep concentration spread across her face. I think I hear something. Did you hear that? Shh! Listen. Hannah? The sound was faint as it first, but there was no mistaking it. That sounded like someone crying. A little girl. What's a little girl doing there? Maybe she came out of the painting. Or maybe it's a trap. Help me. Help somebody. Oh God, I didn't believe it. There's actually someone out there. This can't be real. Rachel, are you there? Please help me. That voice. There was a familiarity in the voice. I let out a gasp as I make the connection. Hannah, is that you? What? It can't be.
Help me.
Don't leave me behind again. Don't listen to it. That's not your sister. It just can't be. I'm scared. Please save me, Rachel. I don't want to be alone. I'm sorry, I know it's a trap. Like, the monster just disappeared and all of a sudden, my sister is back? What do you take me for? I don't believe you. You're not Hannah. My little sister would never try to lure me out to be killed by some monster. You need to try harder than that if that's all you've got. Rachel, you have to believe me. Just open the door. How does she know that I'm here if she came out of the painting? I won't. Not for a creep like you. Sis, open the door. Just open the door, you effing maggot. Okay, that's definitely Hannah. Open the door or I will kill you slowly. I will rip out your eyes. I'll tear your meat off your bones. I'll drown your friend in a pool of your own blood. The longer you delay the inevitable, the more I will make you life torture. Open the door now! The room descended to emptiness. Hearing the threat has left Anita and I paralyzed with fear. All we could do was share a look of distraught and keep that door shut. The sound of shuffling feet paced back and forth in the hallway. Sometimes it disappeared into another room only to return a moment later. Now and then it would try to the door, but it would spring up to resist it. Wow, why does this entity so mad? Like, the intent to kill is so strong with this one. I don't understand it. It's a creature of pure hatred. Pretending to be my little sister that went missing to try and lure me out? Like, Jesus. Time passed since the sound of it moved away. The corridor was silent for a considerable time. Do you think it's gone? Where could it have disappeared to? Maybe it went back into the painting to rest. I don't think so. I think I heard it to the other room. Then what should we do? We can't stay here forever. Eventually, it'll get inside. We need to find a way out. That would mean opening the door and sneaking out. Oh God! Hey, it's going to be alright. Listen to me. I'm just so scared. I can't cope. I don't think we can take much more of this. We won't have to. We're safe for now. Anita, I need you to be strong. I promise we'll get out of here alive. The two of us will make it through. I'll protect you, okay? This will be over soon, but for now, you must be brave. If we have each other's back, then no one can break us. Oh, okay. Thank you, Rachel. I'm glad you're here with me. You've always been so strong, and you've always been a good friend. I'll try to be as strong as you. That's good. Have you heard anything from outside? No, I haven't heard anything for a while. I think the last time I heard it was in my parents' room. That's the last time I heard anything too. Maybe it's safe to go now. Well, I think it is actually safe. I'm gonna save again. Leave room. I think we should try. Let's sneak out. Okay then, you go ahead. I'll follow behind. Why do I always have to be the first one to go? Because you're braver than me, I'll admit it. Alright, just stay close, okay? I'll open the door a little first to take a look. I turned the handle gently as I could only and pedaled the door open just enough for me to squeeze my head through. We lowered our voices. We can do this. We can totally do this. Do you see anything? No, it's all clear. Let me just take a look around the corner. I cautiously ease up my upper body out the door to peek down the corridor. It looks safe right now. Come on, let's hurry out of here. I crawled out of the door, keeping myself small, distributing my weight as not to creak any old floorboards. Anita followed suit and ducked low behind me. We approached the top of the stairs slowly, constantly on alert for signs of the creature. We were ready to bolt at any sign of it. I took the first step, planting my feet hesitantly before easing in my body on it, too. Feeling more confident, I began descending the stairs at a steady pace. I looked up at Anita and gave her a nod of encouragement. I could see how nervous she was. Her trembling hands gripped the railings for support. As quietly as we could, we both took the steps in rhythm. This is it, the point of no return. We were too far from the bedroom to abandon the plan. I focused on taking one step at a time, making sure to spread my weight to avoid making any sounds. The bottom drew nearer. The front door is not far from now. The finish line was in sight. A faint glimmer of hope returned to my heart. In my excitement, I took a heavy step. The plank beneath me creaked. In the stillness of the night, it resonated like a hammer drop. I turned to Anita. She returned a horrified look. Behind her, a dark silhouette grew larger. I locked eyes with it as it came hurtling down the stairs. Fucking run! I tugged Anita's wrist and sprinted like my life depended on it. I didn't turn back but kept a tight leader on Anita. A world of shrieks chased us. I felt the creature's presence nearby. I ran like a maniac. Anita was keeping up, but so was the creature. We closed in the front door. I reached for the locks and quietly threw the door open. Quickly. The cold night welcomed us. I took a step outside and glanced back for Anita. She ran into my arms and let out a panicked cry. Right on our heels, I saw the monster. It was nearly upon us. I leapt forward like an animal. I fell back with Anita still in my arms. I shut my eyes, bracing for impact, but the moment never came. I opened my eyes and saw we were still lying on the concrete road outside. I expected the thing to be tearing us at us. We lay helpless on the ground. We should be dead, but we were without a scratch on us, on something. Anita helped me to my feet. Look! I followed her finger back to the house. There, at porch, the monster remained. It lashed out towards us, but was unable to move forward. It was like an invisible wall keeping it at bay. The creature was unable to reach us. As I moved a little towards it, stopping just outside the boundaries of its reach. I dared to look it in the eyes. Menace flared up in it. Its jaws snapped and spat. I felt like I was staring death in the face. Despite their relative safety, I could not help but feel frail standing next to this thing. Suddenly the creature stopped. It instantly lost all interest in me. It turned and disappeared back inside the house, leaving me and Anita outside. We were free. We did it! We've escaped! Oh my god, I can't believe it! I didn't think we'd make it! I know, right? What a relief. Holy crap. What happens now? We should just get the hell out of here. I'd rather be as far away from here as possible. Come on, we should get going. Hey, wait. Oh god, what about my parents? Huh? What happens when they come back? We can't let them go inside the house with that thing loose. Anita, we've just escaped, but my parents don't know what's going on. If we leave that thing in there, my parents will just be walking to their death. We have to do something. So this is the perspective I'm looking at it from. If this happened in Rachel's house, and we just escaped, and Hannah was about to come back home, I wouldn't want Hannah to come back home to that thing, so I would do something about it. So, I cannot leave Anita hanging. I can't do that. She's my friend. And I can't just be like, oh, I'm sorry, your parents are not important. Return to house and destroy the monster. You're right. Your parents will be walking into a trap. We can't leave them like that. We'll have to go back inside and destroy that thing. Thank you, Rachel. I'm really glad you'll help save my parents. But how are you going to kill it? How do we even fight that thing? It's true, we haven't found any of its weakness. Maybe we can stab it. Take some knives from the kitchen. I don't know about that. We have to be smarter than a full frontal assault. We can sneak up on it, lure it out, and get it that way. Maybe, I'm just thinking we've seen that thing up close. It's going to be hard to put a dent on that thing. There must be something it's afraid of. What do we know about it? We just saw it trapped by some invisible wall. Maybe we can use that somehow. The painting. What if we destroy the painting? Maybe something will happen if we destroy, like, the source of its power or something like that. You really think so? Isn't it just using the painting as a doorway to our world? Yes, but it's clearly important in some way. There is something definitely important about it. I think it's worth a shot. Okay then. That's probably better than anything I can come up with. I trust you. Alright, are you ready? No, but we, then again, I will never be. Let's do it. We walk back to the house and return to the scene of the nightmare. The place was quiet. We have expected the monster to be lying in wait, ready to jump us at any moment. Evidently, it didn't expect our return. We may have this to work to our advantage. Where do you think it went? It probably didn't expect us to return, so maybe it went back inside the painting. For what? Maybe it needs to recover there, I don't know. Let's look around a little more just to be sure it's safe. We scout out the ground floor, moving from room to room. After a quick scan, it was clear this level was empty. It's not here. Let's keep quiet. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's far. Okay, how are we going to do this? The kitchen. We can just set it on fire. You can put on the stove and get fire going. I'll get the painting. Sure thing. Anita darted into the kitchen, energized by the prospect of defeating the monster. I impelled to the painting. Its frame glistened with the light of a different world. Carefully I lifted it from the wall. It was a little heavier than I expected. Its size made it more awkward to carry to the kitchen. My view was mostly obscured while carrying the large frame, and I had to be extra careful as to not bump into anything. What if she comes out of the painting while I'm carrying it? A hissing sound from the other room indicated to me... Oh, okay, I thought it's the hissing sound of the monster. That a fire is ready. I slid into the kitchen and Anita rushed over to help me carry the painting. I looked over to the stove and saw that they were all on at full blast. So you came back. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? Freely you walk back into the jaws of death. It would seem you are drawn to me. If you desire your end that much, then allow me to oblige. Haha. Oh! It rushed forward and plucked Anita into the sky. It stepped forward, but a failing arm knocked me back. The painting flew out of my arms. Anita let out a pained squeal. The creature focused at all her malice on her and threatened to rip her heart out. I had to act fast.